Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Pursa and right now I will give my preference between being generalist or specialist. The article offers a definition between generalist and specialist. I took this definition from Binus University Graduate Program Journal. They mentioned that generalist people who people can understand all areas but are not experts in any of them. A people generalist is defined as someone who can understand the multiple concepts from diverse point of view. But the generalist people lacks the specific ability to handle problem in that subject. Different with generalist, a specialist is someone who studies in a particular subject in order to become an expert in that discipline, in that knowledge, in that course. People with this type or people with specialist type can only deal with the problem just related to their knowledge or just related to their field of their focus, and sometimes have a lot of trouble when wanted to solving the problem like instead outside of their knowledge. After I know the definition about generalist and specialist when I read journal from Binus University. I try to give my own example about people who can to be generalist and specialist. I took the example is a doctor. A doctor is an illustration how the two components, like the generalist and the specialist, can use together. A medical student or a doctor, who is also pursuing a master degree or we know as S.2, can only practice as a general practitioner or just a general doctor. But if a medical student or a doctor wanted to be specialist, they should go back to university to learn again. Like to pursue a specialty field. Or in Indonesia, we know like penyakit dalam, penyakit kulit, dokter anak, and so on, and the other the specialist subject of the doctor. And I think doctor is the one complicated example of generalist and then specialist, because the doctor can combine the two type of being specialist and then generalist. Doctor, the first step of to be a doctor is generalist, and then if they wanted to be specialist, they should go back to the university and learn a particular subject that they want to learn. After I read again a lot of journal, a lot of websites, and then international journal, but I forgot to pick up the resources of my reference. I just took conclusion after I read a lot of reference and resources about advantages and disadvantages of being generalist and being specialist. Okay, I will mention the generalist first. People who being generalists have a lot of knowledge base, so they can readily identify a solution from multiple angles even though in an unconventional method. A generalist professions become more adaptable since they can adapt to their knowledge skills, because generalists have a a lot of knowledge. They can easily to understand, to adaptable with with the situation, so they can resolve the problem for all multiple angels based on their knowledge. But however, if a generalist get the job, they will be like easily to displaced by other people because they don't have any specific qualities from for the job itself, because the generalists just know the concept, the general concept, and they don't know what is the specific qualities of the shop itself. And we move to the specialist one. Specialist people is a mastery of a high field that is sold by sold after by firms like doctors and pilot. Mostly of generalist people can earn a higher pay as a result of their skill, because a specialist people must be like learn again the next step ahead after the generalist, so they can pay attention of the small thing that should mention if they get a problem in any specific subject, so they can earn a higher pay as a result of their skill. But yeah, however, as I mentioned before, the specialist people like learning takes a lot of time and then costs a lot of money. But if there's a few or some job prospect, like in other words, specialists just can only work in one field. They cannot like generalists. They cannot like make a lot of solution based on knowledge. But the specialist people just have one subject that can solve the problem, because specialists just learned about one specific knowledge. And after I learned about generalists and the specialists, and after I mentioned a lot of the illustration, I'm personally prefer to be specialist, but have gone through a generalist approach. I mean, like to balance the information, I mean, like to balance my knowledge. So, as an example, I wanted to be a doctor. Not I wanted to be a doctor, no, but I wanna have a same method like a doctor. So I need to be generalist first. I mean, like to engage all of my knowledge with any subject, with a lot of method, with a lot of knowledge. And after I think I enough with the generalist knowledge, and I will go through the specialist one to to find my best knowledge, so I can becoming a specialist with one subject best what I want. All right, I think that's all for me. And for reference being generalist or specialist, I just the both, as I mentioned before. And I think that's all for me. See you in another video about my preference in one subject. Bye bye.